We all knew somehow, some way, we needed to do this. A big, bold, and aggressive 3-row supercharged Hemi muscle car.
Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. The channel's almost at 85,000 subscribers, so I want to thank all of those that continue hitting that like button, sharing, commenting, all that kind of stuff. It really does help the channel continue moving forward. Hopefully by the end of the year we're at 100,000. That's a big milestone, so you know, guys, thank you very much. Now what we're going to do is talk about the Hellcat Pacifica, and this is something that I keep coming across. It's very interesting. I believe it was started with an Instagrammer that decided to make a rendering of a Hellcat Pacifica. It looked very aggressive, very cool, and it actually looks like something that Chrysler or FCA would actually design. Now I know it's a bit of a long shot to actually get executed. Let's just be honest. I mean, I was on board with the Durango getting a Hellcat version. It seemed like a natural fit. They had the 5.7 and the 392 available in both of those models. So a Hellcat trim seemed to make sense. But in the Pacifica, you can't even really get it in a Hemi. If you want a Hemi and a Chrysler, you have to go to the 300. And, I know this is a separate topic, but I also believe that the 300 deserves a 392 and a Hellcat trim before the Pacifica. I'm a huge 300 fan. I really think that it was a silly move on their part to get rid of the SRT in 2012. So we'll go back to the Pacifica. Now, the reason why I think the Pacifica is a huge long shot, like I said before, is because it's only offered in the V6. So they don't even have a Hemi version at this point. And I doubt that Chrysler is just going to, have a, $80,000, $85,000 Hellcat Pacifica, and then the next trim below that is a V6 at $40,000. It just doesn't make any sense for them. I do believe that if Chrysler wants to get back into, the performance game, if they want to, make a cool Hellcat version, I do believe that it's going to be the 300. I would imagine that they would have a 392 version along with a Hellcat version. It makes very little sense that they, kind of stepped back. I believe that it was a strategic move to help, push these Chargers. So the camera just died, but you know what? I don't even know where I left off. That being said, in the comments below, let me know what you think of this idea of a Hellcat Pacifica. Do you think it's realistic? Would you actually consider doing, getting one for $80,000, $85,000? Like I said, I was really on board with the Durango Hellcat. I was on board with the Ram Hellcat. Whether it was limited production or not, it didn't matter. It just seemed like a natural fit. Do you think this is something that's realistic? It's extreme. It's gaining a lot of steam. A lot of people are starting to make more and more articles about this topic. It would be funny. It would be a really crazy sleeper. So, all right, guys, definitely let me know what you think in the comments below.
somehow, some way, we needed to do this. It was just a matter of time before we would catch the lawyers and the bean counters at a weak moment, and they'd let us put the Hellcat in the Durango. And you may think that you know everything about this powertrain, but rest assured, our vision was clear. Our goal was to deliver a Dodge, a big, bold, and aggressive three-row supercharged Hemi muscle car. So we made sure it feels and sounds different than anything that came before it. It spins higher for more horsepower. It has a new X-pipe with 4-inch outlets that makes it sound like a muscle car. We've tuned the transmission to shift harder and rev match like a muscle car. And the suspension has been completely retuned to take advantage of Durango's perfect 50-50 weight distribution. And with a tow rating of 8,700 pounds, 710 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and a quarter-mile time of 11.5 seconds, the 21 Durango is not just the most powerful SUV in the world, it can tow more and carry more and run a faster quarter-mile time than any other SUV in the world. But you knew there was going to be a catch. Yes, the Durango now has the soul of a Hellcat, but it's only on loan. The Hellcat Durango will be a single model year run. When we turn the order books over to the 22 model year, the Durango Hellcat will be gone. So you've only got one shot.